Children who are born blind somehow develop adjustment skills to cope up with the environment, but individuals who acquire blindness later in life often face difficulties to adjust with the environment. Today, in this unit, we shall see the challenges that are faced by advantageously visually impaired individuals. Individuals who are labeled as advantageously blind are those who experience a severe vision loss or blindness later in life. They face lot of challenges in all walks of life, right from carrying out day-to-day activities till getting access to any job. They may have restricted capacity to receive information through observation and visual demonstrations. The age and the manner of onset of blindness have considerable impact on learning various skills. Accessing education is a major challenge for students with advantageous visual impairment. Their unique educational needs are often met by a team approach of professionals, parents, and students. The specialized support services such as books and materials in appropriate media including braille as well as assistive technology assures equal access to the core curriculum and enable them to most effectively compete with their peers in school and ultimately in society. For many of the individuals with advantageous blindness, braille is the better option even though they have good functional vision. It is believed by many experts that students with visual impairment with a progressive condition like retinitis pigmentosa would benefit from instruction while provided in dual media, that is braille and print. Nowadays, there has been an argument that due to the advent in the technology, braille as a literacy medium has become obsolete. But contrary to this belief, technology actually makes braille more accessible. There are devices which help to store braille text in electronic form. Portable embossers are also now in market for the personal use of the visually impaired. Students with advantageous visual impairment have real-time challenges to learn mathematical concepts. Proper orientation should be provided to them on the use of mathematical devices such as Taylor arithmetic frame, abacus, talking calculator, mathematics kit, etc. The support of the special teacher and the regular classroom teacher is also important in teaching mathematics to the child with visual impairment. The complementary roles of the special educator and regular educator may ultimately benefit them in attaining appropriate learning experiences. Assistive technology plays a vital role in the life of individuals with visual impairment. The assistive technological devices can range from low-tech non-optical devices like a reading stand to a high-tech piece of equipment like the Braille note. While prescribing assistive technology for students with visual impairment, their unique needs must be taken care of. What works well for one child may not necessarily work for another, although their visual conditions may be similar. Proper training, guidance and structured instruction on the use of assistive technology have to be provided regardless of the complexity of the equipment. This will ensure the equipment is used properly and efficiently so that the child can derive maximum benefits from the said equipment. Lack of orientation and mobility skills will severely restrict the movement and independence of a person with adventitious visual impairment. For a child, this will restrict his opportunities to learn from the wider environment. Although many recognize orientation and mobility as an important skill to be acquired by a person with visual impairment, children with visual impairment do not receive sufficient training to learn these skills. Orientation is knowing where one is in relation to his environment and where one wants to go. Mobility is the ability to move to one's target location in the safest and most efficient way. The white cane, or sometimes referred to as the long cane, is but only one of the essential mobility skills to be taught to a person with visual impairment. Other skills include the use of sighted guide technique, protective technique, and the use of guide dogs. There are structured sequences to the instruction of mobility skills to persons with visual impairment. Orientation skills include the use of all sensory modalities to determine one's current location and the ability to plan and execute one's travel to the target location. The training should also involve learning skills such as reading maps and directories as well as bus and train guides. A young child with an adventitious visual impairment may miss out significant details about day-to-day activities like brushing, bathing, grooming. These are learned incidentally by sighted children, whereas children with visual impairment would require direct instruction to learn these skills according to their developmental level. Like all instructions to children with visual impairment, lessons on independent living skills should be structured and closely monitored. Teaching these skills through task analysis method would benefit them a lot. Individuals with adventitious blindness often have a difficult time self-navigating outside well-known environments. Traveling or simply walking down a crowded street may pose great difficulty. Large obstacles such as tables and chairs must remain in same location to prevent injury. If a blind person lives with others, each member of the household must diligently keep walkways clear and all items in designated locations. Adventitious blindness causes considerable social challenges, usually in relation to the activities in which a visually impaired person cannot participate. Apart from this, the loss in vision significantly affects the person's ability to perform many job duties, which severely limits his employment opportunities, resulting in poor self-concept and self-esteem. It also causes difficulties with participating in activities outside of a workplace such as sports as well as academics. Many of these social challenges limit the visually impaired person's ability to interact with people and have a good social network. Acquired visually impaired individuals can access information using a range of different mediums and tools. This depends to a certain extent on the level of sight that is remaining and their additional needs to visual impairment. Students who have acquired low vision meet the challenge of gaining access to printed information in much the same way as students who have acquired total blindness except for using Braille. They use taped text, readers, raised line drawings, talking computer terminals and other equipments. In addition, they use large print materials, closed circuit magnifiers or other magnifying devices, as well as large print computer terminals or telescopic lenses. Some students will tape record the class lectures for later use. Technology poses a challenge for the adventitiously blind individuals. For example, an individual who has suddenly lost his vision cannot read the information on a web page. Searching the internet requires screen reading software that will read the information on a website, but this may require a significant amount of time to learn the process. People who have limited vision may have difficulty with viewing websites as well, particularly the small fonts, icons, and screen colors used by many sites. They may require special equipment that can enlarge a screen significantly. Other technology such as music players that require visual selection of music or text messages will also cause challenges for them. The term soft skills is widely used but scarcely defined. Conrad, during 1999, stated uncertainty of the precise origin of the use of the term soft skills. Early reference was discovered in military training documents from the early 1970s. There is no ultimate definition of soft skills, but they include such skills such as ethics, attitudes, interpersonal abilities, communication, and being a lifelong learner. Soft skills encompass personal, social, communication, and self-management skills. Examples are self-awareness, trustworthiness, conscientiousness, adaptability, critical thinking, attitude, initiative, liability, influence, risk-taking, problem-solving, leadership, and time management. Soft skills are those skills which are used when one human interacts with another. It is an ability or competence and can be either inherent or acquired, which can be repeatedly performed. Unfortunately, some young individuals with visual impairment will not have developed these important skills by the time they leave high school. Many of them experience difficulties as they shift from classroom to the workplace. For such individuals who face higher unemployment rates than their sighted peers, soft skills are especially important and may need more focused attention to master. Some of them have specific disabilities that make it hard for them to control impulses. Others may have limited insight into themselves or difficulty getting along with others. They have varying amounts of exposure to the working world. Some young people need to learn the importance of being at work on time, calling in when they are ill, and getting along with co-workers. For these reasons, it is vital that families and teachers help youth with visual impairment to develop soft skills. Research shows that soft skills can indeed be effectively learned. A comprehensive soft skill training curriculum provides students with visual impairment with a strong conceptual and practical framework to build and develop necessary skills, thereby enhancing their personal, educational, and career prospects. Individuals with visual impairment face numerous challenges in school, home, and in society. They need time and effort to learn how to develop social skills. Many studies have shown increased vulnerability and difficulties during the social development of individuals with visual impairment. They have problems in their relationships with friends, such as social isolation, being reflected or taunted by their peers, lower sociometric status, and smaller social networks. They also have issues with family, which includes conflicts with parents, siblings, and other relatives. Socialization starts with the earliest interactions during early childhood. Early attachment forms the basis for further social development and constructive self-concept. Having a wide range of experience helps the young child to feel confident and valued. While the sighted learn many social skills incidentally, opportunities need to be developed for students with visual impairment to learn these skills. Visual impairment may limit awareness and knowledge of the community, its responsibilities, and the relationship between individuals. As the students with visual impairment have difficulties in seeing interactions between others, they face challenges in acquiring the knowledge and understanding of different meanings that silence can convey, social conventions about personal space, and conventions for initiating and continuing conversations. Like other students, it is vital for students with visual impairment to develop abilities to manage an array of social situations such as negative reactions and adapting behavior to participate in specific groups. Whenever the students have difficulties in exhibiting behaviors they are not socially acceptable, it is the responsibility of the teacher to assist him to acquire appropriate behaviors. Social skills are the behaviors, verbal and non-verbal, that people use in order to communicate with others in effective manner, which are governed by culture, beliefs and attitudes. Social skill training is a kind of training which equips individuals to acquire, maintain social skills and to become socially competent. Some of the social skills are developing appropriate self-awareness, smiling when greeting people, eye contact with others during conversation, maintaining appropriate body language during conversation, using the right tone and volume of voice, empathy, and appropriate emotional responses. Many studies suggest that children with visual impairment have low social functioning as given by Sachs during 1992. When compared with sighted peers, it has been found they have difficulties in verbal and non-verbal components of social skills, lack of assertiveness skills, participate in fewer interactions with their peers and seem to be more socially isolated. Although they are less accepted and more rejected by their peers, they value their friendships. Individuals with visual impairment require mediation of the environment and they acquire social skills much differently than their sighted peers. Learning social skills help them to develop friendships and social networks. Socially competent behavior facilitates employment and independent living opportunities in adult life and also nurtures self-esteem. Reduced vision poses challenges for students to acquire precise information about their social environment or the context of activities. When they are not able to observe physical gestures or facial expressions, they have difficulties to understand social nuances. It is imperative that students must learn appropriate social skills in order to prepare them for success in their homes, their friendships, as well as for job and career readiness. There are specific social skills like verbal skills, body language, play skills, cooperation skills and expression as well as recognition of emotions which contribute more to the quality of social interactions among children with visual impairment. Firstly, the major social problems need to be identified. The underlying psychology behind the social problems also needs to be determined. Sometimes, social problems are a result of a mental trauma. Once these problems and reasons have been determined, the special educators or psychologists have to decide what skills need to be focused on, how best to teach the skills, and what other therapies are required to help with the underlying issues. General and specific goals with regard to identified social skills have to be set based on the priority basis. It is the responsibility of the trainer to model the skill and help the individual with visual impairment to make an attempt to do by himself. It involves practicing new skills during training in simulated situations. Immediate and timely feedback by the trainers is used to improve social skills during practice. Positive reinforcement serves as motivation to the visually impaired and enhances in acquiring appropriate social skills. Providing homeworks helps the visually impaired individuals to practice new social skills in different situations. Today, in this unit, we have discussed about various challenges faced by adventitiously blind as well as soft skill training and social skill training for them.